to support Gary Lineker, really, and Peter Beardsley, and it really has been attack against defence.
Yes, I don't think there's any question, is there, that England are playing defensively. They aren't being offered any choice in the matter. Butcher will take the free kick. We're inside the last 5 minutes of the first half. In fact, Walker takes it. Waddle. Both sides appeal. The referee looks at the linesman. It's the home side's ball. Trickery from Tchaikovsky. Shika. There's Marek. That could be a gift. Beardsley. And he barely had the time to undo the string before he was challenged twice. Waddle and Beardsley both on the ball. England at the moment have only 2 players forward. Now 3. Third arrival is Butcher. And a chance for a cross here from Waddle. Well claimed, but it was a good cross too, and had Butcher coming in behind the goalkeeper. But Bacco is a big lad, up to 6'4". Bashika. Vodopchik, the skipper. Kazetsky, good challenge by Walker. Tchaikovsky again. Tchaikovsky comes short for it, so does Bashika. Bashika goes away down the middle. Tchaikovsky in the inside right position. We're happy to keep possession of the Poles until they can see the opening and change the pace. They must be wondering why they didn't play like this earlier in the competition. Might have been in with a real shout. Major difference between away and home form. The side has been changed so much. Lineker. More promising for England. More space here for Waddle. Nowotny trying to get back to close it down. Only committed 2 up, now 3. It's a testing one again, and Baku has to recover. Free kick is going to be given against Rocastle.
A couple of promising breaks by Chris Waddle. This one was trying to get his toe underneath it that little bit more, but he did have to stretch all his 6'4" to get to that. Brian Robson it was coming in at the far post.
Again, the starting point of the Polish attack. 0-0. We're inside the last minute of the first half. Chauvet.
Well, the first half really, it does keep like this. England players will walk off knowing they'll be probably greatly relieved to be all square. Defensive play very well, always just got the leg in the way, battled well. Peter Shilton made some vital saves, but I think they've got to think about getting forward more, you know, just to relieve the pressure on that defence.
Chase again, and Butcher turns and has a little discussion with Shilton, who initially started to come but went back. It was Kazetsky in the challenge. That was the moment you just saw Shilton starting to come forward. Now playing the time the referee allowed really for the injury to Brian Robson. There wasn't too much of that to allow. So we reach half-time in the Snaski Stadium in Warsaw. And the score in this World Cup qualifying match is Poland 0, England 0.
Performance. I mean, they were nearly all from distances. This is a left foot one. He was allowed too much space here. Bob and I were talking. They're chasing back to try and cover him, but no one's getting out to him. Look, they get out too late. There are 3 players there, any one of whom could have closed that ground. But look at that, a left-handed save. That was hooking inside the post there, and he only got it with the end of his fingers.
Yeah.
There wasn't much.
It was
spare.
fingernails almost, that
Indeed,
one, isn't it?
yeah,
Just about
yeah.
tipped it away.
So, I mean, that was bad defence, because they were letting him run at the ball, and we had men to spare there to go towards him. And he was allowed to run, what, 10 yards to the left there without being closed.
At the start of the programme on BBC One earlier, we picked out the Celtic player, Tchaikovsky, who's been playing really well. And we were saying, weren't we, that he's a man in form, and he certainly looked it today. This was the second good chance for them.
Well,
he was involved.
Goal scorers, when they're, as fluent as this guy, he's the one that comes in with a header, a good cross, pulled back square, and look at that. Shilton's rushing back into the goal and runs into the ball. And as Trevor Booking said, if he'd put it back the other way where he'd come from, he'd had no chance whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it's desperate stuff, and every England player, almost without exception, looks leaden-footed.
Well, Bobby, you used to hit them from a few yards, and this guy, Tchaikovsky, interesting name, has been hitting them from a few yards too. So let's perhaps ask you to pick up these efforts.
Well, the England players always seem a little lethargic in midfield. I think to go there is enough, but running onto a ball like that, a big lad who obviously can clout it, it's dangerous, and we've been giving them far too much space. The pitch is nice, it's nice and smooth, they feel confident in shooting. Maybe there's a little bit of grease on it as well, so it's going to be very skiddy and difficult for the goalkeeper. And they've tried the best, to utilise it to the full. But England have given them so much space and time.
Same guy again.
Again here, we've got plenty of players, but none of them does anything positive and tries to actually win the ball. And a lot of space and then a chip to the far post, bent round, very difficult for Peter Shilton. Fortunately, he's in top form and was able to push it away. But given far too much space to these players, and they're not bad players, they'll capitalise if we're not careful.
Yeah. We haven't seen much up front from England, Jim.
No, Peter Beardsley's having one of those days again, where his sort of delicate little passes are just going to
When
the
he's off, they're off, as you said at
Exactly.
the beginning.
And there's nothing else. Lineker's control is not exceptional when he's surrounded by a number of players. They really have given us a football lesson in every department. The mystery of it all.
Time, and we are playing as individuals. We have to get together, and we go up together, back together, and make sure that we make it.
That's a good line, that is.
Bobby will copy him, but they were over-motivated, so they couldn't move.
Let's pull away from England just for a second, Bob, and ask you to give us the latest news from Old Trafford, because you've been involved in all the business there over the last few weeks very much. What's happened? Is Knighton pulling out now, or what?
Well, it's been Manchester United has been in the spotlight so much. It's nice to be able to say that it seems as though that Michael Knighton isn't going ahead with his purchase of the club, and it's back to normal. And I'm glad that we can get back to a bit of normality.
What does that mean, Bob? Does Martin Edwards will remain as chairman?
Yes, he'll stay as chairman, and Michael Knighton will come on the board. And we'll have to see how it goes from there. But
are you happy
really,
about Michael Knighton coming on the board?
I'm happy that the club is stabilised. Yes. But I'm glad that we can just get down to actually running a football club instead of being kicked, the club being kicked about as it has been. I'm glad that it's settled down.
Yeah. Are you likely to be a future chairman? I mean, it's been...
It has been voiced, but I've nothing to say on that subject because I've
Sure, Jimmy, because we're all set for the second half. Barry.
Yes, Poland have just got the match underway again, attacking the goal to our left. Walker with the first header, and I think not for the first time among the England defence, which has this impressive record, but about which there are so many doubts. Walker has looked much more comfortable than one or two others. No substitutions by either side during the half-time interval. Information there of the England lineup, 5 substitutes, of whom 2 may be used. First header for Vodopchik and for the England captain. Just couldn't get the pass into Peter Beardsley, who actually was just short of the back man. The pass had been made. As well as looked impressive, Kazmarek of Legia Warsaw. Vodopchik. Useful ball. Ashika has got away. Christoph Ashika, what a good challenge. Came in from Terry Butcher. Wet top surface, aiding the work by the Rangers centre-half. Corner to be taken right off the edge of the running track. Not easy to take from this side because of that. The pitch is very tight to the track indeed. It's a goal kick and a little bit of a misunderstanding. Kozetski not playing the ball where his colleague would have wished.
Peter Shilton was just probably letting his defence know he realises he perhaps could have come for the original through ball that was eventually saved with a tackle very near the goal line by Terry Butcher.
Tchaikovsky. This is Chaubert. Massive players back, blocked the shot from Taljevic. That was from Robert Bashika. Good for Shilton. His performance in the England goal, Peter Shilton, has tend to make the statistics of goals against look like damn lies when looking at it in terms of the quality of the defensive play of the team as a whole. Pearce with the clearance. It's a free kick. Challenge on Beardsley. A lonely figure forward at the moment. Beardsley. Waddle. He's the only one who's taken a pole on in this match. He's done so again successfully. Nobody really in on the cross. Okay, you may have noticed with a hairstyle which doesn't suggest Eastern Europe at all. A little extra piece at the back. Walker's clearance. Going to Chaubert. McMahon across. Need to be there because Stevens collected. Mistake by Tchaikovsky. Lineker. With the opportunity, at the moment the need for the long throw, which comes, well claimed. Tchaikovsky. Six players forward of him. Ashika. Tchaikovsky wants it back again. Comes good to Nawrocki. This is Tchaikovsky trying to get his way through the middle. Cover all on the 18-yard line, but the corner needlessly conceded by Rocastle. Anthony says Peter Shilton, a word to that effect. Corner number 9. 2 already in the second half for Poland. And now we're in double figures. Chaubert. Tchaikovsky not alive to that, but actually, by not going there first time, he stayed onside. Chaubert, another corner. I think it was Waddle who got there first. So the pressure continues on England. Tchaikovsky on the 6-yard line, 4 just inside the 18-yard area. Podopchik, and then moving out. Podopchik going across the line, got out by Pearce. First 5 minutes of the second half have elapsed. And it's very much the question of counting down the time. The hope so far of England providing a goal which would ease the pulse rate. Foul by Butcher. That's the whistles, and the crowd isn't large, but have certainly made themselves heard. It's Kozetsky who took him on and beat him on the outside. Topchik has come forward to add his height in the middle. Tchekanovsky and Vashika. Milosevich is in the middle too. Out by Robson. Goal kick.
Quite a few Swedish press over watching this game. They've got to come here in 2 weeks, and I'm sure the Swedish team, seeing the Poles perform as they have done, will be quite happy if England could get the draw themselves and so put Poland out of contention.
Swedish manager Nardini is also here. It will be Poland's last home game in a fortnight, and they then have to go to Albania. And they only just managed to beat at home, but that was with different players and under a different manager. Butcher with the free kick for England. The first time we've really seen Pierce get forward. Shika. Oh, what a beautiful ball. Comes to Chaubert. 5 inside him. Chaubert's made a bit of room for himself.